Shift handover, sometimes called shift relief, is an important operational discipline tool in the Walk the Line toolbox. It provides an opportunity for an operator coming on shift to understand what changes in equipment lineup were made since the last shift work. Understanding these changes is called operational continuity and helps minimize the potential for error in lineup.
Come in, Dante.
Go ahead, Dominic.
Hey, I'm having problems maintaining my level in overhead drum D101. Would you mind going out and taking a look at that?
I've been out there looking everything over. I've checked the control valves, the block valves, everything's lined up right. I mean, maybe the control valve itself is broken, and we can get maintenance involved and try and see if that'll work it out.
Last night, Nathan put the control valve back into service. He's been having issues with that valve all night. So I'm thinking maybe we should call out maintenance and have them come out here and fix it.
We may need to, but first, I think we ought to go out there and walk the line.
How about you, Dominic?
Go ahead.
Hey, Nathan put that control valve back in service last night. But we're gonna go ahead and go outside and have a look at the control system.
10-4.
The shift relief discussion should be completed with both operators fully dressed and outfitted with appropriate personal protective equipment. Typically, the minimum PPE includes steel-toed shoes, hand protection, eye protection, hearing protection, hard hats, and flame-retardant clothing. Your workplace may require additional PPE. Being fully outfitted during shift relief allows for walk-the-line activities and allows for an immediate response to emergencies by both the incoming and outgoing operators. Should differences exist in the handover process or PPE between day, night, weekend, or holiday shifts? Why or why not? Why is yelling to hear in a high-noise environment not conducive for effective shift handover?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to hear over here.
Anyways, they have the checklist and a tablet so that we can go over the control system. Ready?
Yeah, that sounds good. So let's go over there and we can take a closer look at that lineup.
All right, let's go.
For consistency in communication, a relief checklist can be used that identifies the key areas of discussion. In the same way, structured operator shift logs can be used for the conversation. Most importantly for Walk the Line, the checklist should identify common activities that change the lineup of the plant. In addition to normal maintenance work with energy isolation plans, this includes any equipment bypasses, equipment swaps or taken out of service, special samples taken, and other activities that change the operating lineup of the unit.
I looked that system over 100 times last night. I just kept overlooking it.
That's why we had a walk the line checklist in place. It helps to ensure that we do a thorough check and don't really overlook anything when dealing with these control systems. How about you, Dominic?
Go ahead.
On D101, it looks like the bypass was cracked open on your control system.
Yeah, roger that. The level's holding good, and it's recovering nicely. What'd you guys do?
We went on ahead and blocked it in, so you should now be able to control your level on D101.
I'll get a hold of Joe and let him know what you guys found.
What are the potential hazards of conducting shift handover during upset conditions? How can these hazards be mitigated when upset conditions are unavoidable?
Great job.
Yeah, I think the walk the line checklist along with the PNID that's available on our tablet is what really helped us figure out that problem.
Important for thorough shift handover is providing enough time for the oncoming operator to fully understand changes in equipment lineup since the last shift worked. In some cases, the operator's last shift worked could have been a week or two earlier. Many things can change in that period. With this in mind, the oncoming operator should review all operating documentation since the last day worked. These documents include operating instructions, evaluation round sheets, operator shift notes, relief checklist, and MOC PSSR books. Additionally, the operator should provide positive acknowledgement of the review of these documents with initials or signature.
Well, if you feel comfortable with everything, I'm going to go ahead and head out.
I do. Be safe.
Operational discipline involves how to consistently complete work in order to have consistent results. One way to ensure positive, sustainable results for the shift handover process is by using audits. Audits assess the process and provide feedback for continuous improvement that, when implemented, result in effective shift handover process. Audits may be completed by supervision, management, or peers. This video highlights several elements of effective shift handover process. They are conducting shift handover fully outfitted with proper PPE, identifying the proper location for effective shift handover activities, using structured checklists or shift notes during shift relief that address key PSM elements, providing enough time for proper shift handover, and using audits to assess the shift handover process for obtaining continuous improvement. Please note these barriers to effective shift handover, differentiating the shift handover expectations between day, night, weekend, or holiday shifts. Technicians yelling at each other during shift handover just to be heard in the field. Handing off console coverage or equipment in the midst of an upset before it is resolved. Check the AFPM safety portal for the following tools and documents.